Good morning, Allie. It's Saturday, November 6th, and I think it's about time we talked about dudes. Allie, why do I feel like we're always apologizing to each other? Oh, right. It's because we suck at this. But in keeping with our time-honored tradition, I would just like to apologize for the lateness of this video as well as the quality of this video because I have to film it on my Mac as opposed to my actual camera because I left the charger for that back in New York. So I don't want to delay whatever's about to come, but I do want to make one more point. Lani is Eminem's niece. I discovered this by listening to the song Mockingbird, which is one of my favorite Eminem songs, and he says, "Lani, uncle's crazy, ain't he?" referring to himself, deeming Lani his niece, not his half-daughter or stepdaughter. Now moving on to the actual point of this video. Stereotypical things that make men attractive. There are always those certain things that pretty much every heterosexual female falls victim to. And I'm going to discuss them and try to figure out why they are that way and what makes these qualities of men really attractive. What makes them stereotypical to begin with? Number one, accents. You're getting a lot of this. I'm jealous. There aren't that many with accents here. So in analyzing accents, I pretty much came up with one explanation for why they are so attractive. It's because they're unfamiliar. They represent something of the unknown. They also represent the air of mystery, and girls can't turn down mysterious things. Also, accents are heard through the mouth, and the mouth is a very sort of sexual part of the body. And without getting too graphic, I'm just going to say that the way you pronounce different things dictates also the other things you can do with your mouth. And let's just leave it at that. Point number two, glasses. I just read an article entitled Specs Appeal, which just sums it all up because that's what glasses do. Obviously, there's the intellectual factor. But glasses indicate sensitivity because they're a vulnerability. By putting on glasses, you're openly admitting to the world and to all these women that there's something not perfect about you, and that's your vision. It's flawed. And so by donning glasses, you're not only looking smarter, but you're also looking like you have a soul. Point number three, hot, toned, chiseled bodies. No explanation necessary. Point number four, long eyelashes. Most people don't really recognize this as a stereotypical factor, but it's a very subtle one because what eyelashes do is they accentuate the eyes, and the eyes are possibly one of the greatest pieces of work on the human body. They turn a man more into a piece of art. Point number five is an iffy point. I know you'll get it, but lots of people won't. Aggression. Aggression can go in many different ways. Bad ways, of course, that's not attractive. But to understand good aggression, I guess I could just say just watch the I Love the Way You Lie video and see how you feel after it. And if you feel unhappy, then maybe that's not the kind of attractive aggression for you. Next point is one you've already made when you made your video about National Suit Up Day. Suits. Suits indicate professionalism, suaveness, security, confidence. It just sort of refines a man and it makes him easier to pinpoint, makes him easier to understand, basically. Because you just see that he takes care of himself. My next point is facial hair. Facial hair, like aggression, can go in many different directions. I mean, you can have one end of the spectrum, which would be this. No. And then you can have the other end of the spectrum, which was this. Yeah. It just changes things up. It makes a man's face more interesting. And last but not least, men who are musically inclined. I think I've come to understand that the ability to create music makes a man more attractive because it just illuminates a different side to somebody, an artistic side. Music isn't something everybody can accomplish. I know I can't do anything musically related, but so it makes someone unique and it makes them just sexy. So there's my list of stereotypical things that make men attractive. If you have rebuttals and or comments or questions, you can address them in your next video.